Welcome back to Hydroneer, guys. This is Hybridsteel, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about farming and how things have changed a little bit over the last sort of, I want to say about 72 hours since like the actual beta went through. So obviously we can now do farming, and that's all good, and most people will probably be doing something a little like this. You know, your first couple of plants, it's all good. Now, when I first did a farming video, and it was Hybrid's delivery service, and basically right at that point, optimization for farming wasn't really a thing. That it was put in, it took a really long time to grind, but things have changed. You get paid a lot more now from farming. Well, soup wise, you get paid quite a bit when you get off a tomato level, let's put it that way. So this is what most people's farm would probably look like to start with. A couple of tomato plants, a little bit of water, maybe a few carrots, that sort of thing. But this is basically noob. This is how I started out. I started off doing this. Now, on my live stream I did a couple of days ago, I actually did some carrot soup, and we were getting paid 192 coins per order, which is fairly good. You know, because the amount of money you actually need to like buy a sprinkler is 2,100. So you do like 20 jobs, you got yourself a sprinkler. So then you upgrade the farm slowly. But it is getting, genuinely, once you get to that point, it's a lot easier and a lot better to do with. I took it upon myself to try and figure out how to automate farming. This comes to my first test. My first test was literally, so I had to experiment with how high the pipes had to be to get corn under. Now, if you put them a little bit higher, you could get your machine under it, but that doesn't help what I was doing. If you want to do it with the machine, the cropper, be my guest, go and save up for that, it's all good. I wanted to find a way of doing everything in one go without having to mess around with it. So I grew corn on here, measured how high it went, and that is actually high enough. I think that's 3 blocks high. Yeah, 3 blocks high, because corn comes to about here, so about 2 and a bit blocks. These are repel magnets, and these are normal magnets. The reason why I'm using normal magnets is to pull the vegetables off the stalks. The repel magnets are, if anything gets stuck, you can come through this channel, cut down the vines, and then all the stuff gets stuck to the windows, it drops to the conveyor belt, it goes through the choppers. These actually sort out vegetables, so use that in your setups if that's what you're going for, and then it ends up in the butcher's, well, the canteen bit at the end, and that's all good. And I was like, okay, so this works. This is all good. And then what I did during a live stream is I went a little bit further and made it a little bit bigger. But then I came up with an idea of something you should take into consideration as well. On that thing, we have to go over here. So I went to a little bit more of a thing and did this. So what we have here is an evolution. We have the things that are on high, so there's 3 up there. I have saved up for my sprinklers. Look, I now don't have any coins here like the tokens. It took a little bit longer to grind it out, but you know, that's just the joys of the game. So yeah, I've used all of my tokens literally on these. I have like nothing left. Yeah, I probably got 1 or 2 tokens left in the bucket in the farm, but I don't really care though. It's only 2 tokens. So I'm starting to change these over to straight pipes now. So here's my straight pipes. I bought it all. It's all here, right? So what I am going to do is I'm going to disappear all of these pipes. Now the reason why I'm disappearing them is because I'm lazy. I can't be bothered to take them to the scrapper, so I'm getting rid of it. If you do want to know these mods and stuff, these ones still work, which is good. So some of them work, some of them don't, and it's just a lot easier. Let's put it that way. Now, my only problem I've got is that the sprinklers do a range of sort of like a 6x6 grid. I'm hoping that 2 sprinklers is enough. If it's not, I'll have to get a 3rd, which means I've got a lot of saving up to do. That's going to be fun, but you know, it's all good. So let me, we've gone too far. All right, shut this down. We got 1 more pipe to go, and then we got to put the cork in it. So the cork helps because obviously you need to stop the water supply. But I think later on when I get... Actually, you know what? I might just keep it as it is and just use this sort of like... Oh, no. Okay, I'll figure this out. Basically, the idea is to encase all of this into a greenhouse at some point and be happy. So, yes. So, these do a 3x3. So, I want to put one... I'm thinking if I put one there, I should see a... I'm really having to like think about how, because Catty did the experiment of like how wide the spread is. You know, maybe these should be 7 pipes long, and I should have the middle one as this. But I don't know. We'll see how things go. So yeah, this should water all of those. If it doesn't, then back to the drawing board. I'll figure it out as I go. That's fine. What I might do, I'm gonna be sick if I carry on doing this. What I might do at some point is, because I'm gonna put the whole lot into a greenhouse, I might put a little walkway up to there, and actually that's where that should go. So we'll fit all little things I'm figuring out as I go along. So yeah, if you saw my live stream, you know that I'm legitimately grinding this out as an absolute headache. But once you get to a certain point, you should be okay. So they're working and they're working. Right, cool. So now I just need to plant tomatoes, just so we know if we're getting a good spread or a bad. I think we're doing like 28 plants on one row now. Yeah, we're doing quite a lot, let's put it that way. I'm going to have to... Did I have another? I swear I had another bag of tomato seeds. Right, okay, so unfortunately that's just how many it's going to have to be. So... yeah, that's not grand. I haven't even got any spare tomatoes. That sucks. Right, okay, well, this is just how it's going to have to be for a little bit then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, skip forward 2 days. Day 1. And day 2. There we go. See, hourglass works wonders. And there we go. Alright, so we've grown. You know what, the light's a bit funny, isn't it? Need to go back an hour or two. Give me a sec. Much better. Right, cool. So let me climb up on my magnet. There we go. So going by it, they've all grown, apart from that one there. That's actually not that bad. So they've all kept their moisture apart from that one. I can go with that. At the end of the day, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I could just get rid of that one plant and be happy for the rest of my time. But yeah, they've all grown tomatoes. That's nice. That's good. All brilliant. Okay, so next is to turn this on. So what will happen is that all the tomatoes that are easy to access, they'll all go onto there. Let me get my sickle. I'm going to chop down all the trees. And by the way, we did a test live stream, and no, tomatoes don't regrow, nor does anything. You have to regrow it. You have to replant every time you have a crop. They don't regrow. Unless someone's got a dodgy mod or something else that's not working properly. It's the only way I've come to a conclusion that might be working. Right, turn the power off and down they come. And then these go into chop. These go into the basket. And there you go. That's automated and ready to go. That means that pile's bigger than this pile. So that's 40 pounds of tomatoes. And then I've got enough here that I can just sit here. Right, okay, I've got all of this. Yada, yada, yada. Drop them in here. And there you go. I've made more tomato seeds. I can plant more. I'm all good. And everything's cool. So the reason why I won't put the seed mill on the end is because things get stuck on the top. I tried with carrots as well. They didn't work too well. So yeah, putting stuff straight into a basket and then doing that, you know, doing this little bit of manual, you know, that's not too bad. Walking it to a seed mill. I suppose I could put a seed mill like really close so I don't have to walk too far. But, you know, I mean, that's something I would do actually, because as I keep saying to people, I am lazy and I don't want to do it. But yeah, that's how I've automated gardening, basically. It's been fun. Actually, in all honesty, sorting all this out and getting it working has actually been quite alright. And doing it during a live stream when people were talking and sort of like coming up with little ideas as well, that wasn't too bad. We had a little bit of a laugh on it. I screwed up a few times. Everybody laughs at me. It's all good. So, yeah, at the end of the day, automated farming. The next step... and this is where it's going to start costing me money. The next step is to take this and basically photocopy it like 6 times so we can do all the seeds and then run all of these, because the plan is to run every single one of them onto one cable. So what I would probably end up doing is coming up with some sort of weird circuit here that I can connect every single one of them to the same thing. Or I take off this and then just link them all in so it comes with a 2-second delay and not a 3-second delay. But yeah, it's definitely been fun. It's definitely been a learning experience again, and I've got to be honest, we've done all 3 now, haven't we? Like, we've automated mining to a point I don't have to do anything. That's good. We've automated fishing in the past, so I didn't have to go fishing, so that was good. And the only thing I had to do was push the sell button. And that's really fun. The downside that we do have is there's no way to automate the cooking process. So that's a bit of a smeg. But, you know, you have to do some sort of manual work in Hydroneer. But everything else can be down now to, you can automate pretty much everything. Now if you do want to get really lazy and you just want to plow a field and replant, just use that. That's fine. This thing is like the epitome of lazy man's contraption. It's all good. It cuts everything for you, so you just run it across the floor, pick up all your crops and all good. You chuck all your seeds in the back, so all of your packs of seeds, whack them in the hopper at the back, and then whilst you're harvesting, it's holding, and then it's digging and it's planting for you. Done. The downside is you have to work out the height to water all your plants. You have to do all this. That has been done if you go into the Hydroneer Discord, not my Discord, the Hydroneer Discord, which is Foulball Hangover. Then you'll see other people who have got their setups and ready to go. But yep, there we go. I've gone from noob to automated, and it's been fun. And just trying to work all this out has actually been quite good as well. I've enjoyed it. So now I need to photocopy this a couple of times. So I'll probably be playing this over the next couple of live streams and videos, showing the progression of my farm, turning this into a massive... I'm having this as a massive greenhouse, by the way. The greenhouse is going to start like literally here. This is going to be my entrance. I'm going to go, and then not be able to move because I've used up too much space. Yeah, so I will sort of muddle around with a couple of things. I'll probably wall this all off from about here down, so all the processes are inside the greenhouse, and then all I have to do is stand here outside and go click. That's probably where I'm going to end up going, maybe. We'll see how things go. But yeah, this has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this video, hit that like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, thank you very much for coming by. I'll see you later, and I'll say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Boom. Fist bump to you.